Hello, and thank you for attending Sectigo's Identity First Security Summit. My name is Vinay Purohit, and I'm Director of Product Management here at Sectigo. I've been a trusted cybersecurity solution advisor to many enterprises for the last 2 decades. And for the next few minutes, I will be sharing my experience on email security solution based on a well-known standard as MIME. If you need more information or have any questions during the presentation, please use the Speak to Us option in the main menu. SMIME is an ecosystem or a technology that handles the security of emails using encryption and signing mechanisms. But before we get into details, let's look into the journey of an email from sender to receiver. When a sender sends an email using his or her email client, be it browser or thick client like Microsoft Outlook, it goes to an email server first. It then goes to a secure email gateway if the organization has set up one. After the secure email gateway, the email travels through the internet and goes through a secure email gateway of the receiving organization. It finally reaches to receiver's email server to be pulled by the receiver's client. The takeaway from this slide is that a typical email exchange has multiple touch points, and therefore it needs to be secured at all places, both in motion and at rest. As you saw in the previous slide, an email is vulnerable at various points, both in motion and at rest. A recent survey from a credible research organization showed that an average 53% employees received a confidential data through an unencrypted email. 21% respondents admitted that they are guilty of sending sensitive information using a clear text email, and 22% experienced data loss due to unsecure email. These numbers are small, but they're eye-opener if you put them in the context of over 1 billion email exchanges that happen every day. So we have established that emails are vulnerable and they need to be secured end-to-end, not just at the client, not only at the email server where they're stored, but also when they're traveling from sender to receiver. So what is the solution? SMIME is the answer because it provides an end-to-end email security using a trusted technology called Public Key Infrastructure, or PKI. Sectigo's zero-touch email security solution allows customers to deploy the SMIME solution in a way that enables employees and internal or external contractors to use SMIME without any manual intervention. It consists of a cloud-based single pane of glass certificate management platform called Sectigo Certificate Manager that connects to Sectigo's public and private CA as well as any other third-party CAs. It also has a component called Key Vault that, when enabled, can store encryption keys. Now, it is a very important module for SMIME as the encryption keys are required to decrypt the email. Customers need to be able to retrieve the encryption keys in case the user has lost the keys on their client machine, or administrator needs to decrypt the email after employee has left the company, or for any other regulatory reasons. It is also helpful in replicating same decryption keys across multiple devices, so users can read the encryption email on all devices used by them. Sectigo Certificate Manager, or SCM, uses Microsoft Active Directory to distribute keys and certificates on Windows machines that are domain joined. SCM also offers a browser-based interface or native apps to download and manage the keys on non-domain joined machines, such as mobile apps. It has a built-in endpoint device manager that can be used to distribute keys on various mobile endpoints in a secure fashion. SMIME-based email security solution has two important aspects: email signing and email encryption. Email signing proves the authenticity of the sender, the non-repudiation, and the integrity of the message. FBI recommends email signing to fight the business email compromised or BEC fraud, where attackers usually impersonates the executives of the company asking for a transaction that appears legitimate. As you see in those two screenshots, the ribbon on the upper screen and the check mark on the lower screen, one from MS Outlook and other from the iOS native client. An email signed using a certificate issued by a trusted provider such as Sectigo clearly shows that the email is sent by a legitimate sender, and therefore a fraud like BEC can be avoided. Another important aspect of SMIME is email encryption. It ensures the confidentiality of the email. Since the email is decrypted within the client, it avoids attacks on secure email gateway and email servers. You may recall the infamous Sony email leak incidents, where over 150,000 emails were leaked and made public on WikiLeaks. It led to firing of its CEO, Amy Pascal. Incidents of this nature can be avoided if the emails are secured using SMIME. So now we know that SMIME is the best technology to provide email security. However, there are quite a few email solutions available in the market. That said, Sectigo's zero-touch email security solution is unique in a way that provides deployment of certificates and enablement of SMIME without any manual intervention. It can offer both public and private certificates that can be used in cases beyond SMIME, for example, user authentication, document signing, file encryption, etc. It comes with the unique mobile endpoint management capability, which is useful for distributing keys and enable SMIME for the devices which are not managed by your corporate UEM solution, such as devices used by the external contractors. And this is a quote from a happy Fortune 500 customer who we could help with our zero-touch SMIME solution. They were struggling with their email security solution that required a lot of manual steps from an end user, causing burden on their support staff. With Sectigo's zero-touch solution, we were able to address their issues. And finally, as I mentioned earlier, Sectigo's single pane of glass certificate management platform can be used for provisioning and managing certificates for scenarios beyond SMIME. It can manage certificates for passwordless authentication, DevOps, OpenSSH, document signing, code signing, IoT, mobile devices, and other use cases to provide a single pane of glass for all certificate management requirements. Thanks for listening. And if you have any questions, please click Speak to Us button in the main menu and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Thanks again.